Happy Halloween, everybody, from DFS Rebels. It's your boy, Double D. I'm here with Twitch. We're here to bring you the Week 8 grind. First things first, smash the like button, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I don't want to waste anybody's time, so let's get into it. So let's join the rebellion.
Alright, sorry about last week, everyone. Dave and I had a lot of stuff going on, but that's neither here nor there. It's Halloween. Dave, give me some fucking candy. Man, I'm ready for this tricking, this treating, this winning. We're winning tomorrow. Let's get into it. What game are we doing first?
Alright, the first game is the Indianapolis Colts versus the Detroit Lions. The Indianapolis Colts are a 3-point favorite. The over and under is 49.5. Alright, the injuries to note about are, let's see, where is the injuries for this game?
Lost the injuries already?
I already lost the injuries.
What a guy. What an
that's right. It's not much. Alright, for the Lions, Desmond Trufant, limited practice, questionable. For the Colts, they got two guys out. Malik Hooker, safety, Paris Campbell's out, and then Mo Ali Cox, tight end, is questionable. Alright, what do you want to talk about here first?
We can start off just by talking. Looking at these numbers, neither one of the offenses are anything spectacular.
No, Colts defense pretty good.
The Colts defense is the only thing that stands out looking at these
yes.
starts. They are first in allowing yards per game. They're third in allowing passing yards. Third in stopping the rush. Fourth in letting points per game happen, and 15th in stopping the third down, which is good. You know, that's a pretty good defense. They might be one of the best defenses in the league currently.
Yeah.
And they need
them
it.
And the Buccaneers and the Steelers, they're top notch.
Yeah, well, they need it because Rivers isn't doing it.
No, I mean, the last game he did show up, 29 for 44, 371 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
I mean, they are ranked 8th in passing yards. But, so, just get into it.
All right, let me start off. Looking at the Colts this week, not really liking anybody too much. I'm going to pass on Phillip Rivers. He did have a bounce-back game because he needs it, because I believe Jacoby Brissett is breathing down his neck. Any more Phillip Rivers bad games, I believe they're going to switch to him. But as of right now, Phillip Rivers is the quarterback. I mean, you can pass on the Detroit Lions. They're not that good of a defense yet. I mean, I know they have a decent defensive-minded head coach, but as of right now, their defense isn't that good. But looking at the Colts, Jonathan Taylor, I like the rookie. They just came off a bye. I think they're gonna give they're gonna feature him in the running game for sure. He is the head guy. This guy keeps popping off. I don't know if you see him. Marcus Johnson on the Colts has been popping off lately. Last week, 5 catches, 108 yards. Game before that, he had a touchdown. Very sneaky play in GPPs. Besides that, Trey Burton, the tight end's been popping off lately, but they have those 3-headed monsters. They always got Jack Doyle. Mo Ali Cox is questionable, so we all know Phillip Rivers likes to throw it to the tight ends.
I love Pascal. Pascal is a great option.
Yes, Zach Pascal, great option. He had 4 catches, 54 yards not last week, 2 weeks ago, because they had to bye last week. Jack Doyle had a touchdown the week prior, so yeah, it's hard to predict who's gonna get the ball. T.Y. Hilton, I had high hopes for him this year. He's not really popping off as much as
He's not. It's during practice, him and Rivers had great chemistry, but it's just not translating into the regular season.
So I do like him this week since everybody's gonna be off him. So T.Y. Hilton, if his ownership is low, fire him in.
Yeah. I mean, I do like Pascal. He only has 2 touchdowns on the season so far, but I like Pascal a lot. I'm really off the Colts unless I'm using their defense.
Yeah, defense is one of the ones I'm going to spend up for this week.
Yeah, I mean, even against the Detroit, who has a solid offense, I still like the Colts defense. Talking about Detroit. I mean,
you start first with Detroit. I'm not really on Detroit either this week.
It's kind of funny. The rumor popped up during the week that the Giants were interested in Galladay. I don't know if that was because he was on the trade block or is that just some random. I got to look at how significant that rumor is.
Who was the source from?
I got to look that up again. I thought it was interesting that the Giants.
All right, it is very interesting. That was the first I've heard of that rumor.
But so Jonathan Taylor, I do. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah,
But the thing about him is he hasn't had any explosive plays yet that was like, wow, This kid is good. He's doing his job. He's getting the carry. He's getting the yardage. But he just hasn't done anything mind-blowing yet, which I'm hoping that I need that in order to know that he's a number one starter every single week. But I do not like him against this third best against the running defense. So I'm kind of off Detroit as well, unless I'm just attacking the passing side because I feel they're going to be behind.
Yeah.
And Matty Stafford, he is amazing in garbage time. And I think that'll be a phenomenal touch, and especially some of these GPPs who people are just off them.
Yeah.
Anything else? Or?
Well, real quick, on the Lions, I'm not going to be on Matt Stafford, but he is amazing at garbage time. DeAndre Swift, not so much. The Colts do defend the run very well, top 5 in the league. If anything, I like Galladay, Marvin Jones, and T.J. Hockenson maybe, but I'm not really high on any of them. But I'm staying away from this game mainly.
Yeah. No, Swift. I love Swift.
I'm not really high on him this week, but hey, we'll see. I mean, if they have to prove,
he's definitely the guy now.
Yeah,
he's definitely the guy now.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson's still gonna get 10 carries a week, but
that's what I meant. I'm not going to use Swift this week going up against the third best defense. Jonathan Taylor's not going up against the third. He's going up against the 26th rushing defense. So actually, Jonathan Taylor is definitely in play. I made a mistake on that one, but so I'm off Swift. I'm on Stafford and the passing game of Detroit.
Okay. Next game, very good one. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are a 6.5 point favorite. The over and under is 50. Injury notes, a couple big ones. Aaron Jones will be out in this game. Tackle David Bakhtiari. Am I saying that right? Bakhtiari?
Yeah.
Bakhtiari. We all know. That's a big one. He's questionable. Looks like he may give it a go. And Christian Kersey and Alan Lazar is out. For the Vikings, Dalvin Cook, full practice. Looked like he's going to give it a go. So that's big for the Vikings. And Anthony Barr and Daniel Hunter are out. All right, Rob, you started off.
All right. Well, I mean, obviously, a little chalky because everyone's going to be on Aaron Rodgers because everyone knows how he torched Minnesota week 1.
Yes.
And Devontae Adams will put up I think it was 44.6 DK points. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, he went off.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, I mean, obviously, Jamal Williams is a great play with Aaron Jones out. And now you see that's a handicap. Not a handicap, a handcuff. When, Alexander Madison needs to take notes on that. Because when Dalvin Cook was out, he didn't do shit. But exactly. Jamal Williams did. So, I do love Jamal Williams as well. Aaron Rodgers. I don't care how chalky it is. I'll get different elsewhere. I got to do that. Scantling was a huge GPP play of mine last week, and that was a total dud. He put up 0.06 points. I was pissed. But I have no problem going Devontae Adams and Scantling with Rodgers this week because most of the winning lineups recently have been quarterback paired up with 2 of his receivers. The one thing I love about this is Green Bay is number 1 in points per game at 32.8, going up against the 31st ranked defense against points per game.
Yeah.
Allowing 32.
That's crazy because the Packers look like they're going to be scoring a lot of points. They've been scoring a lot of points all season. So, wow, that's a good stat right there, Rob. Good thing. That's nice stat right there.
So much juicy potential there. But a lot of people are going to be on it, and with good reason.
Yeah.
Who do you like from the Packers?
Yes, there's going to be chalk in this game, but like you said, you can get different elsewhere. I love Jamal Williams. That's a smash play. Last week against the Texans, he went 19 rushes, 77 yards, a touchdown. Also 4 catches, 37 yards. So without Aaron Jones, Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers will be looking his way in the passing game. So that's very big for PPR leagues, so like DK. And even in FanDuel, because he's definitely going to score. I'm guaranteeing at least 1 touchdown from Jamal Williams. Devontae Adams definitely is in play. I want to know how chalky he's going to be, but this guy is a monster. Last week alone, 13 catches, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, Aaron Rodgers just loves looking his way. He likes... How many targets this guy got? He has 16 targets, so he caught 13 of 16 targets. Like, this guy is like a lock every week. Loving that. Besides that, though, your boy Marquez, Valdez, Scantlin, maybe go back to him if you want to pivot off Devontae Adams.
People are going to be off him, so I like that.
Yeah, so I like that call. I mean, every week, you can't go by recency bias. I know he killed us all last week, or killed you. I wasn't on him last week, but you go back on him this week, he could win you money. Who knows? But yeah, besides that, though, I'm not really... Aaron Rodgers doesn't really look anybody else's way. I don't know. I mean, Robert Tanya is a good play.
Tanya's up and he just came out of nowhere. He's just a stud.
Yeah. Last week, only 2 catches, 32 yards, so maybe you can hop on him. I don't know. I mean, that's all I like on the Packers is really the chalk.
Looking across the field, you got to look at somebody like Adam Thielen, who went...
yes, I'm going to talk about the Vikings.
He went 6 for 110 and I think 2 TDs in week 1. And that's when Justin Jefferson wasn't really playing a lot. Now, Adam Thielen was supposed to see Alexander, but he wasn't seeing him as much because Thielen was actually playing in the slot more. And Alexander's pretty weak in that area, and he's not there that much. Now that Jefferson is more involved, he's actually been in the slot more often than Thielen. So I feel that Jefferson is going to have the big game this week against Green Bay.
Okay. Yes, Jefferson had a big game last week. I keep going last week, but I like bringing up these stats. Justin Jefferson, 9 catches, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a game. We all said this guy was going to be a stud. He's starting to be that guy. What's his name? Irv Smith?
Irv Smith, yep.
Irv Smith having a mini breakout this year. The last couple of weeks he's been popping off. Kyle Rudolph has been mainly blocking, but they still use Rudolph as well. He had 3 catches, 47 yards. Irv Smith, 4 catches, 55 yards on 5 targets. So he's a sneaky play if you want to pivot off the chalk of Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. But I don't know if you can get off those guys. Those guys are going to be very heavily involved. And Dalvin Cook. So Dalvin Cook coming back. I'm on him 100%.
I'm not on Dalvin Cook because I don't know how healthy he really is.
Okay. I mean, yes, I think if he's healthy enough to play, they're going to get him heavily involved. And the Vikings do run their offense heavily off him, so I like him. Kirk Cousins, I can't predict him at all. He against the Falcons last week had 3 interceptions against a horrible defense, so I don't know.
Minnesota has a horrible defense, and it's Russ this week now that they traded, what's his name? Oh my God, I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Ngoku
or
yeah,
something.
They traded him over to Tampa. So
actually, not Ngoku, whatever. I know who you're talking about.
But they traded him to Tampa, so their defense is even worse now.
Yeah.
Without that pass rusher, it's gonna be pretty bad. So I do see Aaron Rodgers going even more ham. I can go back and forth in this game. I love Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, these are a nice, good, chalky game right here.
You go Aaron Rodgers teaming up with 2 of his receivers, then come back to Justin Jefferson. I love that. I absolutely love that.
There you go. Next game, the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are a 4.5-point favorite. The over and under is 40.5. All right, the injury report for the Bills. Josh Norman is going to be out this week. And then Matt Milano and Micah Hyde are both questionable, limited practice. They'll try to give it a go. We'll see. Game time decision. For the Patriots, a lot of injuries here. Stephen Gilmore, Julian Edelman, Sony Michel, N'Keal Harry are all out this week. And then Damian Harris, limited practice, is questionable. All right. So this game is not high. Yeah, I'm not high on this game at all.
If you look at this, like Josh Allen had a tale of 2 seasons this year. He started off as an MVP candidate, and now he's looking scrubbish.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not on anybody on the New England Patriots. Cam Newton might get benched again this week. He's not looking good.
No, they're going to run this ball. And with so many injuries, I'm really looking at Burkhead and James White to being the GPP plays. There was absolutely not a single player on the Patriots I'll use in cash.
Yeah.
But Rex Burkhead, James White are my GPP plays. You could even go Bird if you think he might be the only target out there for Cam Newton. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I would. That's a good dart throw. I don't know. Cam Newton just looks very slow, sluggish this year. They said it's not due to COVID.
It's affecting the whole team. You can see the
just doesn't look really healthy in my eyes. But I don't know.
And now the team came out this week and said everyone's up for trade.
Yeah. So if they lose this game, which pretty much they probably will, We're looking at a fire sale. I mean, the trade deadline's around the corner. They did say everybody's up for trade, like you said.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not like I said. I'm fading the New England Patriots in general.
So just if you're looking at the Patriots, just like I said, I like the running backs. I don't even know if the Patriots have a starting tight end on their team.
Yeah, they have this guy named Izzo, H to the Izzo. I don't know what his name.
H to the Izzo.
Yeah, so he gets a catch once in a while, but yeah, I'm not. It's just an ugly team.
Yeah.
I can see why Tom Brady struggled last year because this is pretty much the same team they had last year. No weapons. There's no speed on the field. Just everybody's slow.
So looking across the field at the Bulls, one thing's interesting. You know how Belichick likes to take away the best weapon, which is Diggs.
Yeah.
But now that Gilmore's out, I don't know if he's going to be able to stop the best weapon. So I think all the weapons on the Bills are in play. Last week you did notice that Zach Moss did outperform.
Looking good. He's looking
good. He
good.
outperformed Singletary.
Yeah, no, he was looking good. I remember watching that game last week.
And they're starting to involve him more in the passing game, and if they do that, then he's going to overlap Singletary.
Yeah, Devin Singletary, to me, looks slow and sluggish. And Zach Moss brings explosiveness. He can receive the ball. I'm starting to think by the end of the year, Zach Moss, we're going to be talking a lot about Zach Moss over Devin Singletary for sure.
I mean, both are in play, though.
No, they still gonna get Singletary involved for sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna start the drives off, and then Zach Moss will probably finish them. So yeah, you gotta have exposure to both. What else do you like on the Bills? I mean, Josh Allen needs to come out with a good game this week. He's been very, mediocre actually. Even against the Jets, he wasn't that good.
I think he might find his footing again. I still like him as a quarterback.
He's definitely a good quarterback.
I actually like him this week just because a lot of people are off him. I love when people get off quarterbacks because I'll jump right on them. I would love pairing, as I mentioned before, I always pair my quarterback up with two receivers because that's what's been winning this year if you look back at recent winning lineups.
So
and you can
Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley.
John Brown, just pick two. Diggs is getting,
John Brown back this week? I didn't mention it. Yeah, practicing full. All right, looking like he's back. All right, so wow, yeah.
I know Diggs is seeing like 27.5 at a target share. You can get kind of nasty with this in GPP. I think Diggs and Allen are both good for GPP and cash, while for GPP you can look at Beasley and Moss and Singletary. You can kind of go their defense too if you want, just because the Patriots offense is looking lackluster at best.
Yeah, Bills, like I said, I do like Cole Beasley, Stephon Diggs, so there's no Gilmore. John Brown, I forgot about John Brown. He's coming back. I do like those pairings with Josh Allen. Next game up, we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Cincinnati Bengals. The Tennessee Titans are a 7.5-point favorite. The over and under is 51 points. This is going to be a big one. I like this game. It's one of my favorite games on the slate. Injuries to note about for the Bengals: Joe Mixon, DJ Reader, CJ Uzma, and John Ross are all out this week. And for the Titans, their number one corner, Adoree Jackson, is out. All right, Rob, let's start us off. What do you like in this game? This is gonna be a banger, I believe.
Well, I like that Tannehill is finally being priced with the respect he deserves.
Yeah, no, Tannehill is having a great season. I was low on him to begin the season. They played my beloved Denver Broncos, but he was playing action the fuck out of us all game, and it worked. So yeah, he's looking like a good quarterback, the real deal.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't stop AJ Brown. He's so good. And then you got Corey Davis. And he went right after the two games that he missed. He came right back into the offense without missing a beat. They have a great offense. They got Derrick Henry over there, who's just gonna get better. His production and points skyrocket when it starts getting cold out. And it's starting to get cold out, and this is where you're going to see Derrick Henry start.
Yeah, Derrick Henry is a beast, man. Yeah. He wears down defenses all game long. Yeah. He's a workhorse. He's one of the best backs in the league for a reason. Yeah, I love him this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Derrick Henry is probably one of the safer plays, but I'm all over Davis and A.J. Brown. I want to see Juno Smith have a bounce back after a couple of bad games.
Yes, I like that call. I really like him this week.
I think he sees the end zone this week. That's one of my predictions. Looking across, Joe Burrow was insane last week, over 400. Can you imagine being him? Like, you threw over 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and then your defense couldn't seal you the game.
Yeah.
I'd be furious. I'd be so mad. But, I think he's in a great spot again. Joe Burrow is looking like an amazing quarterback, just like he was in college.
Yes, good call on your part. You got him in pretty much in all your season-long leagues. That was good.
Yep.
Good play on your part.
Joe Mixon is out, and Gio Bernard and his lady tickler saw 80% of the snaps last week and 18 touches, and he produced. He started off slow, like he wasn't going to produce, and then he got it at the end. So he's definitely in play again, especially with the Titans not having the best run defense in the road. Other than that, it looks like they finally figured out how to use A.J. Green. That's why Joe Burrow was
either that or they just was tired of AJ Green bitching on the sidelines.
That's why Joe Burrow is going to be so good, because he has people like AJ Green, Boyd, Higgins. He has so many.
Yeah, you're right about Higgins. T. Higgins killing it.
I love Higgins. I'm telling you, a lot of the rookie wide receivers this year I was high on, and I was pretty much right. But no,
you were.
He has great targets, and that's why Burrow is going to continue to put up numbers. I love Burrow this week. I love his receiver. He's one of the easiest quarterbacks to stack with. You can go AJ Green, Higgins, Boyd. You're going to get the points.
Yeah, this is a good game stack as well.
Yeah, so I absolutely love this game for GPP and cash on both sides of the ball.
Yes, real quick, I like on the Tennessee Titans side, I like Tannehill. I love pairing him up with Corey Davis. Is probably going to be very low owned. AJ Brown probably going to be up there in ownership, but doesn't matter who you pair him up with. I like them both. Adam Humphries, another GPP throw-in dart. Didn't gain a lot of time. He only got one catch, 19 yards last week, but I like him as well. Juno Smith is in for a bounce-back game. I like him. Bengals don't guard the tight end as well. But Derrick Henry, I don't know if they want to run the ball and control the clock like they always do. So Derrick Henry is in a smash spot. Bengals. Gotta love the offense on that side. Joe Burrow, obviously, is a great quarterback to target in DFS on FanDuel, DK, whatever site. And you pair him up with either of these receivers. AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins.
If you're doing like a super flex league, I would use both Tannehill and Boyd and Burrow this week.
Yeah, no, this is a perfect game stack. You can go quarterback, two receivers, bring him back with another receiver, running back. It don't matter. There's endless options to do. Giovanni Bernard going to be heavy chalk this week. I'm going to stay away from him. I'm going to stay away from that chalk. I believe there's other chalk I like more than that. But yeah, Tyler Boyd, AJ Green, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, lock him in. Next game up, your beloved Las Vegas Raiders, Rob, versus the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are a 2.5-point favorite. The over and under is 49.5 points. Weather concern for sure in this one. Winds are looking to be between 25 to 30 miles per hour.
Yep.
You want to before?
I want to update on all that because
yes.
I forgot to mention the Green Bay game and the Buffalo game. Both also having some weather concerns.
Yes, very important, guys.
Yeah.
This is
Listen, I hate when people say there's weather concerns on 15-mile-an-hour winds. 15-mile-an-hour winds are nothing.
Yeah.
You should start worrying when it hits 20. Mm-hmm. So the Raiders and Cleveland, the winds are 25 to 30. So that will affect the passing game heavily because neither one of these guys are super strong arm guys. Like Aaron Rodgers, it's not going to affect him. He can get the ball down. Josh Allen, he has one of the strongest arms in NFL. He'll get the ball fine. Okay. But for this game, I'm definitely got to bump down the passing a little bit and really look at the running backs and even the defense.
Okay, let me get into the injury report real quick. For the Browns, a lot of key guys out. Austin Hooper, OBJ, Nick Chubb, all out. For the Raiders, Damian Arnett, rookie, is out. Brian Edwards, limited practice, questionable. And Richie Incognito is out.
Just to start off, I know Rashad Higgins was a big pickup on waiver wires this week. You have him in your best ball leagues. That was a great pick. I'm not on him. I'm not following that chalk, especially with the wind. I think Kareem Hunt is in a smash spot. I think Josh Jacobs in a smash spot. If I want to take a dart throw on a GPP, I think we finally get to see Derek Carr air it out to Henry Ruggs for a touchdown and finally get to see his speed. Carr has been very timid when throwing the deep ball, but he came out last week and said that they want to start getting the deep ball more involved. And he actually does have a beautiful deep ball. He just never uses it. But again, yeah, I'm not on this game heavily unless it's a GPP like Henry Ruggs. And like I said, the 2 running backs. But other than that, I'm really not on this game. You might see, Bryant come out of nowhere again and do a good job with
that tight end who exploded. No, he didn't explode, but he did get 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, so we could see that again. And then of course Darren Waller, who's probably one of the best tight ends in the game. But I'm just really on the running backs.
Harrison Bryant.
I'm really not just on the running backs. What about you?
Yeah, with the weather concerns being all this wind and all sorts, I'm fading both fast quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr. So running game it is. Lock in Kareem Hunt. He's involved. He's been getting heavily involved with no Nick Chubb. This might be the last week. I think Nick Chubb comes back next week.
I think week 10 actually.
Week 10. All right. So it'll be a couple more weeks of Kareem Hunt. So lock in Kareem Hunt. I'm off the passing game, like I said. So Rashard Higgins, Harrison Bryant, all these guys.
I mean, Jarvis Landry's a good play.
Jarvis Landry for the short intermediate passing is good. But yeah, I'm not high on the passing game at all. For the Raiders, lock in Jacobs. I'm not going to be on Derek Carr. And not on any of the receivers as well. So yeah, just lock in Kareem Hunt. Just lock in the running game, and that's all.
Yeah. Even defenses.
Next game up, there's another ugly one. It's the New York Jets versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Look at this. The point spread on this game is 20.5 points. The Chiefs are the favorite, with an over and under of 49 points. Injury notes to worry about for the Chiefs. Sammy Watkins, Mitchell Schwartz, and Alex Okafor are all out for the Jets. Jamison Crowder, Brashard Perriman, Frank Gore, and Chris Hogan all out. Well, actually, Frank Gore is limited, but maybe out. I don't know. We'll see. He's game time decision. All right, so this is another game I'm not going to be high on. This is going to...
I'll take over from here. Jets, right there. Right there. All right, listen.
Yeah, you nailed it right on the right on the head.
The only person you can play on the Jets is P. Ryan. There's not another person on the Jets I would look at. Period. I don't care who goes off on the Jets. If anyone goes off on the Jets, I will be happy to be burned by them.
So you're high on the Chiefs defense this week?
Chiefs defense, yes. I do think P. Ryan is a great running back. So I think they're going to.
You saying he's a great running back? Really?
I really do. I think he's a great running back. I've seen him in college. He's good. I think if they use him correctly, but their coach is Gase, so I don't see him.
How does this guy still have a job?
I want everyone to know that it is currently October 31st, going to week 8.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Going into week 8, and Gase still has a job.
Yes.
Bill O'Brien's gone, Quinn is gone, but Gase is still here, everybody. Yeah. All right, let's look. Fuck the Jets.
Yeah,
right.
No, I'm not high. Fade all the Jets. That's my...
Play P. Ryan, though. I like him. No, but Chiefs... everyone is going to be on Bell for the revenge game. This is an actual revenge game. People throw around the revenge game narrative a little too much. This is an actual revenge game. Is he going to have that epic game that everyone thinks he's going to have? He puts up like 40 fantasy points? Probably not, because it's still CEH's backfield. Mm-hmm. But is he going to? I can almost guarantee you Bell's going to get a touchdown.
So he's going to want to rub it down the New York Jets' throat. I think 100%.
I think Bell, for his price and this revenge game narrative, 100% has to be in lineups. That is the chalk I will eat with whipped cream on top.
Whipped cream. No cherry?
I think they can be so far ahead that I would fade Mahomes because I don't think he's going to have to throwing as much. But if you do like Mahomes, obviously Hardman, Robinson, Tyreek Hill, especially with Watkins out, they're all in play. Hill is always going to be a little more chalky than the Hardmans and the Robinsons, but they're all in play. Kelsey is going to be an absolute smash, just like he is every single week. KC defense, incredibly easy game here. The game script, it's about. CEH is in play just as much as Bell is. Anything else?
I'm a fade Mahomes this week. They're not going to need him as much, if at all. They might just be able to. They could just start Chad Henne and probably win the game. Le'Veon Bell is gonna. This is the revenge game of all revenge games for sure. Not really high in this game. The Chiefs are gonna smash. Don't know how they're gonna smash it, but Tyreek Hill is probably gonna have a touchdown. Lock in McCall Hardman for a long touchdown. Travis Kelce probably will have a touchdown. I mean, name anybody on the Chiefs. They're going to have a touchdown. But Le'Veon
Bell, if you're saying all these people are having a touchdown, then that means Mahomes is definitely in play.
Yeah, but I'm really being over exaggerate. I'm not really high on this game. Le'Veon Bell, I really do like that revenge narrative because that is the revenge of all revenges right there.
Yeah, there's not much to say about this game. Just lock in every single Chief against the Jets.
The end. Next game up, we got the LA Rams versus the Miami Dolphins. The Rams are a 3.5-point favorite. The over and under is 45.5. Not many injuries known about for the Rams. Terrell Burgess is out, and Tyler Higbee is out. Or no, sorry, he's limited to practice, questionable.
All I can say is R.I.P. to Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yes, the Fitz magic is over. Unfortunately, he was having a great season, which came out of nowhere, where they're just gonna start Tua now.
And this is the definition of sink or swim. So here's Tua. Have fun with Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL, fella. Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, and don't forget Ramsey's out there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. So
great matchup to start.
Not a good matchup to put your first round pick in, your first overall pick.
Yeah. But we'll see. Maybe he will turn out to be good. But like I said, since Ramsey's going to be on Parker, that's definitely a little off him.
Yeah. So who you like in this game? Do you like anybody? This is not a game I'm targeting this week.
I like Gaskin. I think Gaskin will be their priority, to try and ease Tua into the mix. So I think Gaskin is a solid play. I want no running back on the Rams. It's just too weird over there. I hate that they're not using Cam Akers at all.
Yeah, you were high on Cam Akers, and I'm sure he is a good running back, but I guess we did some digging, and the Rams are just not high on rookie running backs their first year.
Yeah,
they don't play
Darrell Henderson wasn't played last year, and he didn't play this year. So.
Yeah, it's funny that Darrell Henderson, I didn't even realize he was a rookie last year. I thought he was in the league for 3 years, but I was apparently wrong.
But, okay, so looking at the Dolphins, since Parker is probably be scratched with Ramsey, I like Ford. He's going to be going up against Troy Hill, which is a great matchup. He's also a slot receiver, so I can see him getting a lot of PPR points. Mike Gesicki is also a good play. That's just,
yes.
I'm not playing Tua. A lot of people are playing him for namesake, and that's not how you play DFS.
Mm-hmm.
But across the field, receivers, I think Cooper Kupp has the safer matchup. I think he's drawing Needham. And I think Woods is getting... Who's Woods getting? I think he's getting...
either Xavier Howard or Byron Jones.
All right, so I think
I
think it's smarter to go Kupp in this one.
Yeah.
And if Higbee doesn't play, I love Everett. I think Everett saw the... Did you see the red zone last week?
Yeah.
So, and I think
Josh Reynolds been popping off lately, too.
I always thought Everett was a more athletic player than Higbee. So I do like that Everett's getting a chance. And then
I like Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds is coming out of nowhere. Yep. I'm not sure if he's going to see the. So if Howard sees Woods, then that means Byron Jones is going to be on Reynolds. So that means I'm going to be a little.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't thinking about that. All right. Nah. Yeah. I'm a little off him, but Josh Reynolds lately, I think the last couple of weeks he's had touchdowns.
Right. I mean, he's still in play. Goff has been looking. Like a solid quarterback. He's like the definition of average. but he ranks 13 in touchdowns, 12th in passing yards. He's been a game manager. He's been doing his thing.
Yeah, sorry, are you done?
No, I'm done, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm fading this game. I don't like much on this game. If anything, the Rams defense. But just to talk about it, if the running backs on the the LA Rams, fading him. Darrell Henderson, good running back. Malcolm Brown, not so much, but they give him carries anyway. So I don't know why. And then for the receivers, lock in Cooper Kupp. He's gonna get the softer matchup out of the receivers. Robert Woods and Josh Reynolds will be looking at Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. For the Dolphins, I don't like much. Myles Gaskin's great running back. He's very productive this year. But going against this defense, not so much. Tua, I wish him luck this year, but this is not the game to start him. Good luck with that.
And with a lot of people on Tua and stuff, you brought up a great point about the LA defense. I think it's great to go up against a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm very high on the Rams defense for sure. I'm fading pretty much everybody on the Dolphins. I don't like them that much this week.
I'm still gonna have my shares of Ford and Gaskin.
But... Yeah, you can play them GPPs for sure.
Yep.
Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. The New Orleans Saints is a 4 4-point favorite. The over and under is 42.5. Injury report. Cordell Patterson, limited practice, questionable. Khalil Mack is questionable again this week. Looks like he'll probably play. And Tyree Cohen is out. For the Saints, they got 4 guys out. They got Marquise Callaway, Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and Kiko Alonso all out this week. So, yeah. So, Emmanuel Sanders has COVID, just to let you guys know. So, he's still recovering from that. All right. So, another game I'm not really high on. I don't know. It could be a defensive game here.
Well, we got, well-endowed Nick out there again.
Big Dick Nick. Get it right.
He hasn't proved to be any better than
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mr. Trubisky. But, looking at the running game real quick, the Bears are dead last in run.
Yeah, I was surprised to find that out.
Dead last, and the Saints are 4th against the rush, so that just takes David Montgomery completely out of this for me. Almost dropped my whole computer. But the thing is, David Montgomery also catches passes.
Yeah, he had 5 catches last week, 21 yards.
Yeah, so that can save him a little bit because I think he's tied for 3rd on the team with Jimmy Graham for the most targets on the team. So he's still capable in PPR leagues, but 100% off him in FanDuels. But talking about Jimmy Graham, people are saying it's a revenge game. It's not a revenge.
No, I'm not really calling it revenge. The revenge game is Le'Veon Bell going against the fucking...
So I'm not on that. But Jimmy Graham has actually been fantastic on the Bears. Foles loves him. I think he's an easy end zone targets. I love Jimmy Graham. Allen Robinson is probably going to see Lattimore, but Lattimore has not been efficient this year, so I'm not off Robinson at all. Again, I like Robinson. I like Jimmy Graham a lot. Across the field, I guess Traquan Smith is a play. He hasn't really proven anything with Michael Thomas being out.
I'm not on him.
Jared Cook's been very useful with Thomas out. But
he's somebody I will keep an eye on. Jared Cook, I like that.
But with all these receivers out, you're going to see Kamara getting 10 targets plus rushing. So Kamara is almost in just a lock, right? He has to be a lock.
Yeah, I did the mistake of fading him last week, and that was a bad mistake. So yeah, Kamara is definitely a lock this week.
Yeah, and I don't really play Breeze on the road, so I'm not really high on Breeze.
Yeah, I only play him at home. He's only good on turf really at this age of his career.
Yeah, so I do again. Kamara is in a smash spot.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's it. I really don't have too much to say about this game.
Yeah, me real quick for the Bears first. Not on Nick Foles, but if anything, Allen Robinson. Marshawn Lattimore's, to me, I always try to go away from him, but each week he's gonna eat. Yeah, he's not that good. I mean, he's solid, but he's not a guy you should fear. So Allen Robinson, lock him in. If that's the only guy I really like you said, the Bears are the Saints defense is 4th against the rush on defense, and the Bears are one of the worst teams on the. I was surprised to see that they're not one of the worst rushing team in the league. So yeah, I'm off David Montgomery. So if anything, I like Jimmy Graham for a cheap touchdown in the red zone, and Allen Robinson all day. Anthony Miller. All right, if they're falling behind and Nick Foles is just throwing 40-plus attempts in garbage time, yeah, I like Anthony Miller. But yeah, this other guy, this rookie looks kind of good. Darnell Mooney has a lot of speed. He's been getting involved a lot this year. Like him. So, but that's for garbage time. I'm not really liking this game at all. And for the Saints, I'm off Drew Brees. Kamara is the only play for me. I don't like any of these receivers they're throwing out there. I don't want to even mention them. To me, they're not worth it. Lock in Kamara. That's pretty much it. And then both defenses are in play. Next game up. All right, my favorite team, the Denver Broncos versus the LA Chargers. The Chargers are a 3.5-point favorite. The over and under is 44.5. Injuries to note for the Chargers. Big one. Desmond King is out. Chris Harris, Austin Eckler, and Mike Pouncey all out this week for the Chargers. For the Broncos, Graham Gaznow just got COVID. He's out this week. Tim Patrick is questionable. Philip Lindsay's limited practice, questionable. And then, obviously, Cortland Sutton, Von Miller, Gerald Casey is out. All right, yeah. So we just came off a shellacking of the Kansas City Chiefs last week. We did not look good at all. The Denver Broncos offense was just, I don't know. They were just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I know the weather shouldn't make an excuse for weather because they should be used to the snow. But Drew Lock did not look good. I don't know if he's still having injury. I don't know if his injury still affected him. Probably not. Maybe he's just a bad quarterback, and I'm just being biased. I don't know what to say. Drew Lock doesn't look good right now. So
he doesn't. But you know who looks good? Mr. Justin Herbert.
Yes, Justin Herbert. But let me talk about the Broncos first. We'll get to Justin Herbert. I am high on Justin Herbert, and he does look amazing. And you talked me into him all season long. Justin Herbert this, Justin Herbert this. Yes, and it's Justin Herbert's season for sure. But going back to the Broncos. Melvin Gordon, it looks like one of those revenge narratives this week. I like Le'Veon Bell's narrative better, but this is another revenge game that you should keep note on. Melvin Gordon played his whole career until this year with the LA Chargers, so keep that in mind. He did have 2 fumbles last week. I'm very pissed about that.
And he didn't leave on good terms either.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna have revenge in his mind. Hopefully, he keeps it. He doesn't fumble in this game because he's been fumbling a lot late this year. So
and with Lindsey out, he's gonna see more.
Yeah, Lindsey is questionable, but it doesn't look like he's gonna make it because he had a concussion. He got laid the fuck out last week.
Even more useful.
Yeah, so Melvin Gordon is gonna get the workload this week. If this game is close, look for Melvin Gordon in a smash. He's gonna look to put it into his old team, just like any other player would do against their old team. He's looking to, give it to him pretty good. So I like Melvin Gordon this week. But I'm off Drew Lock. If anybody, Noah Fant and the other tight end, I'm not going to even try to say his name. I like them both. It looks like they're doing 2 tight end sets. So Drew Lock is looking at his tight ends more often than not. I would like to see Jerry Jeudy bust into the scene this year, but I don't know. With Drew Lock playing the way he is, we might not see it this year. Start us off with the Chargers. Who do you like, actually? Broncos, Chargers, who do you like?
On Denver, I'm still taking dart throws at
Ukamaka.
Yeah, whatever his name is, over Font. I know Font's the main guy.
Yeah, that was his boy in college.
Yeah,
Drew Lock's boy.
Drew Lock's boy in college. That's going to be his safety blanket. Ukamaka. He's been great since Font's been out, so they're probably going to keep him in rotation. I'm pretty much off the entire Denver team. I'm sorry, the Chargers defense is pretty good. Melvin Gordon will probably get the production that you'd want from fantasy, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. I don't like anybody else on Denver. Sorry, that hurts. but you're looking at Herbert, who's just proven every game that he is the breakout star this year. He's looking fantastic.
Yeah, and he looks incredible.
And he has such a monster target. And Keenan Allen, first of all, Keenan Allen is only 6,200 on DK. So
wow.
They must have been sleeping when they typed that number in. So just take that because that's a steal. He's just been too efficient. Now looking at the backfield though, with Eckler out, you got Justin Jackson, you got the rookie Kelly. It's a split field, but Kelly is playing 38 snaps to Jackson's 31, and I believe Kelly also led with 17 touches. But Jackson is doing a little more with his touches. So we got to monitor that and see how it goes moving forward. I still like Kelly more. But other than that, I think
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. I'm not high on Mike Williams this week.
No, not at all.
He failed me last week. He was my touchdown. He was my guaranteed touchdown of the week last week. He just disappeared.
I like Hunter Henry. I love the Chargers defense this week. Herbert is another one where I would stack. Where I would go Herbert, Keenan Allen,
Hunter Henry.
You
like any of the running backs for the Chargers? Justin Jackson.
I'm gonna take those at
Joshua
both.
Kelly.
In multiple entries, I'll have some Justin Jackson, some Kelly, because I'm guaranteeing a touchdown for one of them. Okay. Don't know which one.
All right. We'll see what happens. Next game up, really popular game in both DFS and real life. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens, surprisingly, is a 4-point favorite against the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. That's very surprising. Over and under is 46 points. Not a lot of injuries to note. Ravens, Mark Ingram is doubtful, and Jimmy Smith is questionable. We'll give it a go tomorrow. And then Steelers, Devin Bush is out. All right. First things first. Yeah, there's a big division game here. Lamar Jackson. This has to be a game where he shows us he can win the big one. every game that Lamar Jackson goes against a team very good team, he doesn't do well. So yeah, but he's going against the Steelers, so they're undefeated. They haven't lost a game yet. They sneaked the game out last week. The Titans almost came back and beat them, but they missed the field goal at the end of the tie to put in overtime. But yeah, so I don't know if this is the game that Lamar Jackson finally wakes up and wins a big one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be on him this week. Not really on anybody on the Ravens. I'm really scared of that Pittsburgh defense. That defense looks scary. The Ravens defense looks scary. Both defenses look like a play this week. Not really high in this game. I mean, the players are good in this game, but I don't know. This could be one of those dirty fucking defensive battles.
Theoretically, this should be a low-scoring game. I don't see it that way. I think there's gonna be a lot of hard.
All right, yeah. Tell us what do you want. Tell us who to play here, because I'm confused who to play. Because I think this is gonna be a defensive game.
I think Marquise Brown is a decent look. I don't think Lamar Jackson has a good deep ball, but I just think he's gonna be okay. I think he's going against Joe Hayden, and that's a pretty easy matchup, I believe. Against him. He's just fast, Marquise Brown. With Mark Ingram out, Gus the Bus has looked he's looked good with his production, but J.K. Dobbins is really the guy I like. He's involved in the passing game. He's gonna get more involved because he's gonna be the future, because Mark Ingram is a free agent at the end of the year, so we're not sure if the Ravens are gonna re-sign him. I think they're gonna start using Dobbins more, so I do really like Dobbins this week. I'm not a fan of either quarterback, but if I have to choose one, I do like Ben more just because he has better weapons and he's just a better throwing quarterback than the Jackson. We saw Deontay Johnson continue to be a fantasy producer, and I think he's going to be another one. I think he leads the team in the target share at 21.6%, and that's missing 3 full games.
Okay.
Juju is probably going to see Humphrey. So I'm completely off of Juju. And then, of course, Chase Claypool is still in everybody's mind, and he should have a decent game this week as well. I think, Claypool is going to see Marcus Peters. So, but I'm not really scared of that. So I do like that. Running game, Connor. He just logged another good game with 20 touches and 100 scrimmage yards. He just didn't score. But he's going to continue to be the guy. They gave that vulture touchdown to Benny Snell. That was a little annoying.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot this year.
So there's always, that scare. Mm-hmm. But I like this game. I think there's going to be plenty of points. What's the over-under?
46 points.
Not
so high.
I see it going over. I see it being a 50-point game.
Yeah, with you going through all that, I do like Marquise Brown.
I see it being a 50-point game, but mostly from the Steelers. I think Steelers win this.
Yeah, no, I think the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. I believe we had a discussion, me and Rob. We both believe the Steelers are going to go to the Super Bowl. We don't maybe win it all. I mean, they do like the
they're the
total
most
package.
Complete.
They had the total package this year, and Big Ben is hopefully he stays healthy, and then and see what happens. But I'm always going to root for my Broncos. I think we're still a good team, but just the injury bug
for DFS this week. Taking Big Ben and putting in Claypool and Deontay Johnson. Incredibly GPP.
Yeah, because he's definitely going to be low owned for sure.
Definitely, I think that's a GPP winner right there.
Okay. Last but not least, we got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are a 3-point favorite, and the over-under is 53.5 points. We got, a lot of injuries to note about. All these guys are listed out for the 49ers. We got Jeff Wilson, Kawan Alexander, Deebo Samuel, Raheem Mostert, D. Ford, Jordan Reed, Richard Sherman, Nick Bosa, Akil Anza,
the water boy.
Solomon Thomas, the water boy. All these guys are out for the 49ers. For the Seahawks, Travis Homer, Chris Carson, and Jamal Adams is listed questionable, but looking more on the doubtful side, so I'm not looking for them to play. And also Shaquille Griffin, Carlos Hyde, Philip Dorsett, Rashard Penny, and Bruce Irvin are all out. I don't know what to think of this game. The Vegas seems high on it with the 53.5 points. I'm not really. I will go with the under on that one. What do you think? I'm
going way over. This is going to be a really high scoring game.
Okay, so you tell us why.
All right, well, first I'm going to start with the backfields that are both kind of messy on both sides of the field. Just looking at San Francisco first. At the beginning of the week, everyone was talking about Hasty. I wasn't on that. Now Tevin Coleman is playing. I'm not on that either. I'm not saying Tevin Coleman can't get it done. I'm just not on it against the Seahawks. And across the field, the Seahawks, they're down to like their last running back if Homer doesn't suit up. But I'm okay with that because I actually like DJ Dallas a lot. And for his price, I think he's a solid play this week. He's a good rookie. But you can see David Moore actually getting some of the rushing attempts as well. They love his athleticism. They love him on the Seahawks. So, because they've done the same thing with Lockett in the past where they gave Lockett some run attempts. But I'm off the backfield on both of these teams. But this, when I was talking about pairing your quarterback with two receivers, you could do that on both sides of the field. You can pair Russell Wilson up with DK Metcalf and Lockett, or across the field, you do Jimmy Garoppolo with Ayuk and Kendrick Bourne. Garoppolo and Ayuk are both incredibly chalky this week for a reason, because it's fun to pick on the Seahawks defense. It's been an easy way to win money. And Kendrick Bourne's a little GPP-ish. So if you pair the three of them together, it's just GPP-ish and chalky enough to really get you into that money. And I like it better than the Russell Wilson Metcalf Lockett stack because it's cheaper. And I'm just off Kittle because he just has a tough matchup. But Kittle is always in play. You can't not play him. What's your thoughts on it?
I like the Seahawks. Russell Wilson came off his first ever 3-interception game. And they came off their first loss of the season. So I know they're going to come out firing. And is this a division game? The 49ers in the division?
I actually forget off the top of my head.
I'll get back to that. But coming back to the game, Seahawks are going to come out firing. Russel Wilson, I predict, going to have a big game. DK Metcalf, he did see Patrick Peterson last week, only saw 5 targets. Look for him to have a bounce-back game. Tyler Lockett, don't expect another 20 targets out of him. He caught 15 of them for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. What a game he had, but don't expect that again. David Moore, I like to call him David Moore. He's a sneaky play. I'm fading all the tight ends that they throw out there. Disley, Olsen, and Hollister, I believe his name is. Fading all that, but and the DJ Dallas looks like he's gonna starting running back for the Seahawks. I don't know. I guess he could be a GPP play. He did look kind of good last week. I ain't gonna lie.
Just for his price.
Yeah, for his price. I don't know if he's gonna be high on. We'll see. If he's looking around 20-30%, I'm off him. But if he's under like 5%, yeah, I have some shares of him for sure. For the 49ers, not high on the 49ers. Jimmy G still looks inconsistent. But this is the defense to wake up on. They're one of the worst passing defenses in the league. Don't know what the Seahawks plans are for the trade deadline, but they look like they need a shutdown corner. Maybe go after somebody like, I don't know. There's got a lot of them out there.
Maybe Stephen Gilmore.
Stephen Gilmore, yes. He's recently been put on the trade deadline, so we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, yeah, Seahawks defense very poor against the pass, so I guess Jimmy G, lock him in, Ayuk, I don't know, Kendrick Bourne. There's no Deebo Samuel, so yeah, I don't know. Kittle, there is their future. They feature him a lot in the passing game, so he might get double teamed and make Jimmy G throw it to these other guys. So yeah, and then the running game for them. Tevin Coleman is coming back, but I'm not gonna be on him. Seahawks do defend the run well, so not liking the 49ers all so much. I'm really high on the Seahawks.
But it's just a great game in general to get into your DFS lineups with a lot of scores.
Just play Russell Wilson. He's gonna be firing it.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Oh,
happy Halloween, everybody!
I love it.
Michael's coming.
That's right. Oh man, we gotta go to some parties. Gonna go get drunk. Oh, gotta get a lot of candy. Definitely get a lot of candy. Maybe kill somebody. No, I don't know. But let's get ready to cash them all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you join this rebellion.
Yes, sir.